Yeah.
I just had a request from Mike,
Points of
which
order?
is
Yes.
when you're doing the news,
Uh-huh.
Don't talk.
can you sit to one side or the other so that I have room to put like a graphic image up over your shoulder without scrunching it in?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Yeah. See, Dave
Okay.
wants more Chet Brinkley instead of Mike Stinkley. Okay.
No idea what that means.
I have a few
And
notes. Also, I have a few notes
okay.
in your first and third sentences. No prepositions. All right. No, I have no other notes. That's just that
Okay.
one.
All right.
also you can't have the name Mike Romanelli anymore.
That's out.
You're Denise Nickerson.
If you boys are done with your jocularity, it's time to get down to brass tacks here. We got some news to talk about.
What happens when three high school friends reunite during a Trump apocalypse? I'll tell you what happens. They do a podcast, little buddy.
The big, beautiful bullshit episode.
You are watching Generation Exile.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but a lot's been going on in the last week.
I have not been paying attention, so please fill me in.
Well, then you're in for quite a treat. Hot off the presses and fresh as of today, the Senate passes Trump's mega bill after an all-night session. So,
Thanks for not
Jeremy-
calling it the big beautiful bill. I appreciate you not calling it that.
Well, I won't be able to avoid describing it in that manner. You know why? Because that's the name of the bill. That's the
Right.
real legal name of
Codified
the bill.
in the
Codified. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for to sound smart.
Call it by its initialism. Blah, blah, blah.
Is it? Is there an A somewhere?
OBBB.
Oh, OBBB.
No, one big beautiful bill. Blah, 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 blah. That's what we'll call it. Blah, 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 blah.
I feel like they should turn that bill into a shitty band of like two couples that love each other and then break up.
That's Fleetwood Mac.
Well, it squeaked through. The Republicans squeaked it through with a tie-breaking vote coming in from Vice President J.D. Vance.
In other words, it's a mandate.
It's a mandate. There were three Republicans who held out on this bill.
Name 'em.
Rand
Hero.
Paul of Kentucky,
He's a hero.
Tom Tillis of North Carolina, and Susan Collins of Maine joined the Democrats voting against the bill. But the linchpin, it seems, was Senator Lisa Murkowski.
Wait,
Senator Lisa Murkowski.
Alaska.
Was kind of the final piece of the puzzle, and from what I've pieced together, correct me, gentlemen, if you've gathered otherwise, but it's like she got them to up some expenses for rural hospitals from like 25 million to billion rather to
Kickback.
50 billion, and she felt a lot better about herself after they made that concession, but otherwise signed up for, the ababa. So that put it over the top.
Oh, but did you see Lisa not
Murkowski?
Murkowski's interview with a reporter in the hallway where he said something that Rand Paul had asserted that she had done this just for kickbacks to Alaska, and
Right.
she did like a cold stare at him for like a solid minute. Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
I did
No,
not
You
see
gotta
it.
find.
But
No, we have to find that.
I heard a little bit about that pushback, though, and she kind of defended herself, saying, "Hey, I'm doing what's good for the people of Alaska." So the focus now shifts to the House, where the Senate bill has, irritated with the adjustments the Senate made, has ruffled some Republican feathers, but it's hard to imagine Trump not strong-arming them into, getting along. There was one senator who I think is basically retiring over this bill. That Republican,
us.
Jeremy, you're nodding.
I did know.
Thank you. Yeah. But he was like, no, I'm voting. I'm voting my heart, voting my conscience, which begs the question what everyone else is voting for.
So he retired because he was refusing to sign the bill or vote for the bill. And so Trump threatened to like back a primary candidate against him and primary him out of a reelection.
Right. So he said he's not running for reelection.
Right. So if I were that guy, I would go through the primary and just see if Trump actually has the kind of juice that he thinks he does.
The mojo.
Yeah, sometimes he doesn't. People don't always win when he backs them.
You know who suggested that they would do opposite primarying?
Who?
Be a primary prankster? Elon Musk, our favorite Tesla.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But he suggested that he would primary any single House member.
Thomas Massey was the one he was saying he would donate to Thomas Massey's reelection campaign in Kentucky.
Yeah, so in addition, he would donate, but he would also take away and primary anyone who votes against the big beautiful bill, the ABBA as Dave likes to call it. The notion that there's two awful billionaires using their money and resources to bully and pressure laws. It's a whole different Schoolhouse Rock these days.
Well,
boys.
that's a perfect lead into the next thing we should talk about, which is what is in this bill. What is in this?
But before you jump there,
yes.
I sent Dave the link to what I was talking about, just so it's.
Oh, okay. Let's hit that.
If it's possible, Dave.
Where'd you send it?
On our chat. Yup. The Michael, Dave, and Jeremy chat. Yeah, the group one.
All right, here we go. Sharing the screen to watch Lisa Murkowski.
And here we go.
And now,
right.
Dave will share.
Oh my God, everything is so fucking slow. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I need to go.
So why don't I just share the link?
Let's see
Wouldn't that be something helpful?
See if we can make that happen.
And I am Danny.
Oh my.
Yep, here we go. You see my Twitter?
Yes.
Out there. Senator Paul said that that your vote was a bailout for Alaska at the expense of the rest of the country.
Oh my God.
That's what Senator Paul said.
Start the clock.
Senator, we've got the.
I didn't say it, ma'am. I'm just asking for your response.
My response is I have an obligation to the people of the state of Alaska. And I live up to that every single day. I fight for my state's interests, and I make sure that Alaskans are understood.
Why is that reporter's head?
I work hard to take care of a state that has more unique situations,
Nice.
more unique people,
Well,
and it's just different.
Okay,
And so when people suggest
here it
that
comes.
federal dollars go to one of our 50 states in a, quote, bailout, I find that offensive.
oh, see, she's offended.
I advocated for my state's interests. I will continue to do that, and I will make no excuses for doing that.
That's good enough.
Wow. She was unapologetic. She's as cold as a wintry Anchorage Sunday.
Yeah, Mike, I want to try an experiment. I want you to be her. I'm going to be the reporter. All right.
Okay.
We're going to reenact that scene just now.
All right.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Senator, are you? Did you hear the comments that Senator Rand Paul made about you doing this bill because you got something in return? That's what he said. That's what Senator Paul said. Senator Paul said it. I'm saying what he said, essentially echoing his comment so that you would hear it.
I work for the people of Alaska.
Oh, you're not going to stop right there?
Yeah, I was gonna. I don't know. That's all I wanted to put into that. Just
I just wanted to keep nodding my head.
the racking focus. Where did Dave go?
Something different I've noticed about the show today.
Yes, well, David seems to have. Oh boy. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. No, actually, I'll keep it going. Yeah.
And that is how cancer is cured. Oh. Are you? Did I just...
Wait, Jer, could you just repeat that last bit about the curing cancer part?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Fortunately,
You are watching Generation Exile.
Really hate that sad loser, Mr. Newberger.
Who, me?